So I've said that this win by Ripple over the SEC was huge for ADA, and it absolutely is. And it leads me to believe that the SEC is a little confused about what their main focus and their main goal is, right? Obviously, we went through this long, drawn out process as it pertains to the Ripple v SEC case, and Ripple did end up winning, and it was shown that XRP itself is never a security. It has to do obviously with the way that it's initially distributed, okay? That's kind of a key point here. So now you look at this, case versus Binance, this case versus Coinbase, and it truly seems like they are in fact fruitless cases. Their argument, if you guys checked out the initial arguments from the SEC and from Coinbase, the SEC's initial arguments were that the sale of the underlying assets through Coinbase is Coinbase facilitating the sale of unregistered securities. But we have now just had this ruling that essentially can be applied as a blanket across the industry. It's the roadmap for everybody to win, right? And what was ruled is that the sale of these assets on secondary markets like Coinbase and Binance, they do not constitute securities. But that's the SEC's argument here. So they're basically trying to argue the thing that they just lost in court. So I think they're a little bit confused. Now, this is obviously good for ADA because it shows that, in fact, ADA is never a security. The coin itself is never a security. It means that here in the US, if you're holding ADA, you're not holding an unregistered security, which is a very big deal. That's probably why we've seen, obviously, a lot of this major price appreciation. Obviously, I'd love to see ADA price continue to climb and get back to the levels it was before the SEC stepped in and did what they did. But, it may take a little time to do this. Now, I'm curious if they try to change the way that they do this, if they try to go through an appeal first on the Ripple v SEC case. There's a lot of obviously unknowns at this time. It's kind of going to be a little bit of confusion here, or if these cases just get dropped together, if they are all together, if they try to settle, period, what the official thing is. I'd love for there to be no appeal. I'd love for the SEC to just come out and essentially not regulate the way, but regulate the way that these, ICOs and SHOs and IPOs and stuff like that are all done. But they have to realize now that this is bigger than them. Okay. They're obviously not the ones to oversee crypto because crypto itself is not a security. That's why I think this is a big deal as it pertains to ADA and all the other coins that, were listed under this lawsuit, because now it just simply doesn't make sense. So this is good for the long term because what it means is that we can have confidence in the crypto industry. We can have confidence in what we're holding. And that also means that the SEC should in fact be backing off. We shouldn't see any more of these cases where, the SEC is coming after a certain coin and stuff like that, just creating this unnecessary fear in the industry. It gives me a lot of confidence. It eliminates the pause and it removes a lot of the uncertainty that still lies here in the industry. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. After reading kind of those initial arguments by Coinbase and the SEC, it just made me realize the SEC has no idea what they're doing when it comes to this industry itself. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'd love to hear if you guys think this is going to be an ongoing problem or if this is something that will in fact be rectified by the conclusion of this Ripple v SEC case. I think it sets a big precedent and hopefully that's that clarity that we need. I appreciate you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Show your support below and I hope to catch you in the next one. Take care.